name is Marco. I'm originally Italian, but I lived here and there for quite a while now, including the US, and you can probably sense a little bit of an American English there. I became an English teacher about 3 years ago, and since then I've been experimenting with education and teaching English more specifically, and I find it incredibly satisfying, because as much as cliche as it sounds, once you learn English, the world is your audience. So that's the way I see it. And now I'm going to show you a little bit of what English with Marco looks like. Alright, today I want to show you a little bit of one of my favorite classes, which is the Matrix class, right? So if you're discussing technology with somebody, there will be a point where you find yourself in that discussion about robots and artificial intelligence and the future. And what I like to bring up usually is the example of the Matrix. So of course there are different ways to discuss this, and the way I'm going to briefly show you now is through a share screen and a discussion about what is going to happen. Okay, let's see. Alright, so I will open a Google Doc so that I can use it as a whiteboard, and I will start, depending on the level, and usually this class is pretty high level, I would say, have you ever heard about Matrix? Then we'll discuss about it for a bit. If you didn't hear about it, I would show him a picture, and then during the class I would use the share screen possibly also to show the snippet of Morpheus' monologue before he asks Neo about the blue pill and the red pill. So the most famous line of Matrix. And then I would go back here and say, you know, red pill, you do that, blue pill, you do that. What would you do, right? So there are two levels of discussion. Here on the one level, we talk about the Matrix, and so the possibilities that technology will turn sour, basically, right? On the other hand, there's a more, let's say, philosophical level of reality and, you know, this fake, constructed simulation. And both of them could be very interesting, and depending on the student, you will go to one, the other, or both. So that's, I guess, the structure of what this class would look like. So in the actual class, Google Doc does not need a share screen, right? As long as the student has the link to the Google Doc, they can open it on their own computer and see it, so that we can continue having this conversation with looking at each other's faces, basically, and also having the doc on the side. It works as a whiteboard, right? And if you use the share options, then the student can also modify, right? So it's really good for corrections. You can have a list of the things that you want to correct and then go over them and have the student try to write the correct version and discuss it. It's a fantastic tool to have. And then of course you can use share screen for other things, like if you want to show a little video, as I was saying about the monologue with Morpheus. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to hear back from you soon.